Well, heyo everyone, and welcome to this 265th stream where I am going to be playing Star Wars Trilogy Apprentice of the Force for the Game Boy Advance. And before we get any further, I am going to once again double check that I am all in sync, so bear with me for just a moment. Let me check and make sure. I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and say that's good enough, shall we? I seem to be, well, mostly in sync, and with the troubles I've been having with this webcam lately, that seems to be all right. Rainbow Witch 13, welcome to the stream, as well as Chrono, who seems to so often be the first one here. Thank you ever so much for being here. And of course, we also have Mana. Thank you so much. It was so much fun to Mario Kart with you earlier. And Bommy, who did make it back, and Lilo Boy, thank you as well. Thank you so much. I know that you wanted to make it back, and I'm glad that you were able to. So today, before we do a whole lot, what I would like to do is begin by sharing with you something kind of cool. You know, I see today, the first time I went to get gum from my car, I don't know why I didn't bring it inside, but I noticed something on my porch, and I looked, I said, huh, what is this? And it was an envelope from St. Jude. Now, I didn't expect this, but they sent a few things, including this nice little bracelet here. I don't know if you can see, and it says hashtag St. Jude Play Live, which is the organization that I'm partnered with here. And also, we have some other little goodies. You might notice this little somewhere here. I've got a little button. There we go. There's a little button right there that I'm wearing. But some information which I thought was really cool. Now, here is a question posed to all of you, and it says, why St. Jude? So, it says, our laboratories may not be in your communities, but our discoveries are. Now, 24 partner sites in 17 countries. St. Jude freely shares discoveries, so every child that is saved at St. Jude means doctors and scientists worldwide can use that knowledge to save thousands more children. Treatments invented at St. Jude have helped push overall childhood cancer survival rates from 20% in 1962 to more than 80% today. That's survival rates from 20%. Just what? That's 62, so 18, that'd be like 40, 56, like 60 years, right? 60 or what is that? 54 years, something, anyway, 56 years, something like that. Yeah, 20% to 80% survival rate. Wow. And so they are not going to stop until no child dies from cancer. And I know many who have suffered from cancer, so I think this is an absolutely fantastic organization to support. Now, not only that, but families never receive a bill at St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. Wow. And all of that is because a family should only worry about helping save their child. Now, we've already raised in just 1, 2, 3, this will be our 4th stream, and this is episode 4 of our campaign of mana to raise awareness and funds for St. Jude's. We've already raised over $500. Now, $500, what does that get St. Jude Children's Research Hospital? What would that actually do? Just our campaign alone. Now, mind you, we've already raised, I think, probably about $2,000 at this point in Team Good Vibes, but just for Campaign of Mana, $500, and this will help provide 1 platelet transfusion. During chemotherapy, the platelet count of patients can drop to dangerously low levels, so platelet transfusions are essential for treatment. So there you go. We have already been able to provide enough funds for 1 platelet transfusion, a necessary thing for the survival of a child. I think that's amazing. All right. Yeah, I know I'm a little out of sync. I suppose, let me see. Let me see if I can adjust something. I've noticed I meant to actually look at this a little bit before. Let's take a quick peek and see if this will fix things. Well, I don't know. Is it enough to worry about? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I feel like this is always a battle with this particular setup. But let's try doing something along the lines of Oh, let me actually just take a look one more time and see on the stream what it is. We'll get this sorted, and we'll jump into Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force, in but a moment. Okay, I hope this will work. Let's try something here, and I don't know if this is going to mess everything up, but let's see what happens if I go like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and test this. Am I more in sync now or less in sync? Let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? Okay. You know, I would say that's pretty good. I would say so. I think we've just done a good thing. Hopefully that works. And then we're going to have to test and make sure that the game audio is all in sync as well. But speaking of the game, let's hop on over here. This is this is my giant Game Boy Advance. Oh my gosh. As you know, I take great pride in these overlays that I make. So this particular overlay, this is 100% done by me. It is, I had a reference of a picture of the original, but you know, and I, it's a vector of the logo and everything, but everything else done by me to look like a Game Boy Advance and to look more specifically like my Game Boy Advance, because I like doing stuff like that. Actually, speaking of, let's just hop to this real quick. Let me grab something and show you something. Okay, actually, it looks better, I think. Rainbow Witch says, thank you. And Lila Boy asks, what team did you go for in the Splatfest? So actually, that's an excellent question. Actually, it reminds me of something I was going to say and I got distracted with my technical difficulties, but I went for Team Leonardo, and I was so worried that I wasn't going to be able to get to Splat King. I really wanted to fight for Leonardo there, so I played a little bit after the Mario Kart match, but of course I had to get dinner in and set up for this stream, which took a little bit of doing because it's different from just plugging in with HDMI. I had to kind of set up some other things. But the really cool thing is I didn't quite make it to Splat. Well, actually in my case, it's Splat Queen because I'm a female Inkling, because I liked the design of the female Inklings in the first Splatoon better, and then I went with it in the second. Anyway, didn't quite make it, and Ms. Mana picked up the slack that I was leaving there, and she said, no, I'll get you there. And Ms. Mana actually played Splatoon 2 and got to Splat Queen. So thank you so much, Ms. Mana. I'm super, super excited to go back. I'll share a picture of proof that we've got Splat Queen there for this Splatfest. I'm super excited for that. And I'm going to go for the same on the Donatello match, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to fight for Donatello in the end. But what I want to show you is this right here. My GBA. Oh, look at that. You can actually see the reflection of the game. That's kind of cool. So that is my GBA right there. And we are playing, as you already saw right there. Look, see, it's my GBA. So that's pretty darn cool, I think. All right, now we're gonna actually reset here. I want you to get the whole full look, right? You got to see the Game Boy. You know, this is the whole thing. You turn it on, this is what you see. This is an Ubisoft game, everyone, which is kind of interesting. Ubisoft in collaboration with LucasArts. There we go. May the 4th be with you, belatedly. We will not let the 5th win. We will prevail. So, here we go. Let's just set up a couple things here. Hopefully this is all in sync. And Gold Leafeon, hello. Wait, Ginny says, what? Wait, what? Ginny said she doesn't trust you. Now I must go. What? 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 Lilo Boy went Raphael. It's the 5th in 20 minutes here? Wait, it's the 6th, you mean, probably, Rainbow Witch. Leaf Jelly, what are you saying? I don't understand. All right, so we're gonna start this game here. So great. So we're gonna do single player. We're going to actually erase this data. Yep. We're gonna go art right there. This has just got a bunch of data on it. But we're gonna create a new file right there. And here we go, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Oh, that's funny. A fierce battle lit the skies of Tatooine that day. So, I love, everyone says, I like the music, so cute for the Game Boy Advance. Lilo Boy, though, says, this sounds like meme music, no joke. And Rainbow Witch says, it does. So, I couldn't even read that because it was so strange as it scaled and everything. That was pretty tough. I don't recall exactly what the words were, but as you'll see here, this follows the whole course of the trilogy, and these little sections here are going to explain what prefaces the actual gameplay components. So, a fierce battle lit the skies of Tatooine that day. The rebel blockade runner, gotta wait for this to go, pursued by an Imperial Star Destroyer, was overtaken. I guess we'll have to talk slower. A small pod crash-landed in Tatooine's Dune Sea, and 2 small droids emerged from the wreckage, one of them carrying an urgent message for the Rebel Alliance. Their pod had crash-landed somewhere in the Dune Sea. Lost and alone, they were defenseless against the sand crawler filled with scavenging little Jawas. And this is where my journey begins. The very next day, the same Jawas came by our homestead to sell us the droids. As usual, Uncle Owen called me over to clean them up. Meet Uncle Owen in front of the farm. There we go. Now, I actually absolutely love this game. I think it's so great. Look at those graphics, everyone. You gotta admit, for a Game Boy Advance game, think about the era, it's pretty impressive, right? And the animation is super fluid. I mean, I gotta say, pretty good, right? So, obviously, I'm playing as Luke Skywalker right now. I've got my trusty blaster. I can shoot things, I can hop, I can do stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Not bad at all, Cronus says. Yeah. I mean, it's actually, again, I think quite impressive. Rainbow Witch says the graphics are amazing for today, Cap. Actually, you know, to be honest, something like this kind of does hold up to today because a lot of games try to recapture this style. And it is pretty fluid, as Chrono mentions. So I really am impressed with this. Yes. Yeah, Rainbow Witch says, but actually they really are good for when it came out. I'm quite sure you'll be pleased with that one, sir. He really is in first-class condition. I've worked with him before. Here he comes. Luke, take these two over to the garage, will ya? I want them cleaned up before dinner. But I was going into Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Now, come on, get to it. Okay, let's go. It just isn't fair. I'm never gonna get out of here. Oh, I can actually make it go faster. Oh no, why does Splatoon hate you? Wait, who said that? Lilo Boy, why does Splatoon hate you? Oh no. Oh yes, I know, Chrono. My favorite character has always been R2-D2, Chrono says. Great character. To make things worse, the R2 unit managed to escape. It was partly my own fault. I couldn't let my uncle find out. I should have been more careful. The desert was just crawling with dangerous sand people. Okay, we're learning how this works. Now we have to locate R2-D2. So, oh, well, that was our first hit. We can get a power-up here. I remember that I used to struggle with that jump the first time I played this. And, oh, as you can probably imagine, you don't want to land in those pits. All kinds of stuff. There we go. I had armor, then one-shot armor gone, Lilo Boy says. Oh, no. Platinum Trophy Review says, what's going on here? What's going on is we are celebrating Star Wars Day slightly belatedly. Oh, with a very cool game on the Game Boy Advance. This is called Star Wars Trilogy Apprentice of the Force. Oh, can we get that? Hold on. Oh, ow. There we go. This came out, oh boy, when did it come out actually? I feel like I maybe looked this up, but I don't remember. Oh, hello. Let's get out of this quicksand. It's made by Ubisoft. It was, I want to say like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and take a look. Let's take a look. Rainbow Witch says, actually, it's really late, so I might have to leave. Terribly sorry. Rainbow Witch, that's okay. Yes, Rainbow Witch says, my Chromebook's at 1%, so, and it's really late. Rainbow Witch, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit anyway, and I hope to see you again really soon. So thank you. Anytime you can spend is totally fine. You don't have to apologize. You know, if you need to go, that's always fine. Just for everyone else to know, right? Don't feel obligated to be here. I always appreciate when you're here, but don't feel obligated. Now, this came out in 2004. That's when this came out. Platinum Trophy Review says, how are you streaming Game Boy Advance games? Well, I'm actually well, the magic will be gone once I say this, I suppose, to some extent. Can I not get that? Okay. I am actually... Oh, Rainbow Witch says, says I wish you luck in raising money. Thank you, Rainbow Witch. And have a great evening. I'll see you again soon. I am using a Game Boy player on a GameCube. And then that is connected to my Elgato. So that's how I'm getting a pretty decent quality, I'd say. And then as I mentioned before, and maybe I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it, but I do make these little overlays all from scratch. So 100% done by me, this Game Boy Advance overlay. And I think it looks really good. It kind of makes this feel more like actually playing the game, right? As I said, I like to use original hardware, so I feel good that I am, of course, not quite, I suppose. Oops, I gotta remember I can do that. I can aim up a little bit like this. Okay. Whew, alright, I think that's health, so good. I needed it. I have a feeling I'm going to die quite a lot during this, but it's a pretty simple game, it's a pretty short game. So I am hoping that we'll beat it during this stream. And in preparation for the Han Solo movie, we'll be playing another Star Wars game during this month. We'll be playing... Ooh, that was close. We'll be playing Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Oh, alright. Oh. There we go. This works. This is what I needed to do. Okay, cool. Am I going to see the Sand Holo movie? Oh, Rainbow Witch wonders if I'll be streaming in 8 hours. I will not. I don't stream on Sundays. I stream only Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays in my schedule, though I sometimes also sneak in other weekday streams, but one day that I don't stream is Sunday. So sadly, no, I won't catch you tomorrow morning, but hopefully I'll catch you again sometime soonish. So Platinum Trophy Review, how are you? What have you been up to today? How's your Saturday been? Oh, hello. Cool. Now, I've only ever played this on an actual Game Boy Advance, so it's a little strange to be using the GameCube controller. But again, I won't say things like that too much so that as not to destroy the illusion. Shoot. That was a dumb move there. How is the volume? Is everything syncing up, by the way? I'm going to do a quick check here. So if I go left, right, jump, fire, 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 fire. Let's take a quick peek and see here how this sounds. That seems to be pretty well in sync. I think, oddly enough, when I do streams where I am streaming in a lower resolution, my webcam delay needs to be adjusted to less. Maybe it's because there's less CPU usage? I don't really know. But that just seems to be the case, so... well, who knows? Wow, they're really generous with the life at the start here. Where did that Tusken Raider go? Oh, hello. Okay. Now, I don't remember what the R button does in this, but L allows me to aim at a diagonal. See, like that? Oh, that sneaky pit. Which I think you kind of needed to know for this right here, or else you'd be in trouble. This is the boss that's... oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Yeah, if you don't know, because otherwise you have to jump, then you're in big trouble, right? Whew. Yeah, I need more health. We might not make it. Oh, hey! It's Tajawa's! And it's an R2! Hey, R2. Come here, pal. Alright. After I saved R2-D2, we ran into old Ben Kenobi. It turns out he was the reason R2-D2 escaped. R2 had an urgent message to deliver to Ben from Princess Leia. During the attack, she had managed to hide the plans for the Death Star inside R2. Turns out old Ben was actually a real Jedi Knight named Obi-Wan. The plans had to be delivered to the Rebel Alliance on Alderaan if there was to be any hope. Obi-Wan asked me to join him. He told me the time had come. I should become a Jedi, like my father. Imperial stormtroopers had tracked the escaped droids to my home and savagely killed my aunt and uncle. There was now nothing left for me on Tatooine. I agreed to follow Obi-Wan and study the ways of the Force. We made our way to Mos Eisley looking for a ship and a pilot. The best freighter pilots could be found at the cantina. Rush forward. Oh, double tap. It's like Kirby, everyone. Lilo Boy says, hey, Mana, but it's Sunday. Well, I know for some of you, but for my time zone, it's not Sunday, so... Platinum Trophy Review. Oh, that's so kind. Platinum Trophy Review says, I love how you always have these unique and chill streams. Thank you. Now they say, my Saturday's been great, got some good hours in at work, and now I'm working on the Platinum for God of War 1 on the PlayStation Vita. Nice, 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 nice. You know what? Before we continue, I would like to do a brief look at the promo video here. We're gonna just take a moment. We're gonna pause. Because as you know, I am trying to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And just in order to make it a little clearer why I'm doing this, I've put together a few little videos, short videos. Throughout the month, you'll be seeing a whole bunch of them of different kind. Now, these ones I've reused a couple times, but just go with me on it. If you've seen it, I hope you don't mind. Here we go. Heyo, everyone. I'm here on this incredibly beautiful day. And here amid all of this natural beauty, I'm reminded of one of the most beautiful moments of my life, which was the birth of my daughter. And as a father, I can't imagine if she faced a life-threatening illness and I couldn't do anything to help. That's why when the opportunity came up for me to help support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital this month, I jumped at it. I couldn't say no. They do incredible work, and they do it all regardless of ability to pay or background. This is really along the similar alignment of why I have an E for Everyone community. I want everyone to feel welcome, but taking it many steps further, St. Jude's provides essential medical care to any family who needs it, including transportation to and from the hospital. This is incredible work, and if you can help support financially, please do. I have a whole Tiltify campaign. You can find links down below or just ask me. And if you can't support this endeavor financially, please consider just researching a little bit more about St. Jude's. Maybe consider spreading the word too, if that's something that you can do. Thank you so much for considering all of this, and I hope that you'll help me in supporting St. Jude's this month. And we are back. So maybe that just provides a little more context for those of you who may not know what's going on this month. I am trying to raise money for St. Jude's, and I'm so excited this is the first organization that I'm supporting in this way. So Lilo Boy says, man, I think I hacked through a wall when I super jumped. So if anyone is wondering, right there, Jude, that will give you a link to my Tiltify. So I just threw that down in chat. All right, rush forward. What? Meet Obi-Wan at the cantina. Use the dash to jump further. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Best thing ever. All right. I guess I got to go up here. Okay. Can I... There we go. Ugh! Ooh. Oh, hello. Nice. Okay, that helped. Yes. Okay. Oh. Shoot. There we go. So, is that a health bar for R2? I don't remember that. You need a key card to open the door. How to get said key card? R2? Oh, Lilo, thank you. Lilo says, Mana, I pray for those kids. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lilo, I don't know if... I can't remember now if you heard me share some of the announcements at the start here, but it's amazing. I mean, already we've raised so much money that, we can actually provide... It was a platelet transfusion. Just with the $500, that's what that can get a family. But honestly, prayers... sharing the links and sharing also just information about St. Jude's is very welcome, and just going and researching it for yourself is welcome. Maybe down the line when you're able to financially support it, you might consider it. Come on, R2, I can't leave you behind. All right, so we need to go get R2. Where'd R2 go? Come on, R2. Oh no, we've got an escort mission. Alright. Sneaky, sneaky. The stormtroopers are just like... I don't think so. Wait. Oh, R2 can't go through here. Huh. Interesting. Come on, R2. I can't leave you here. But were we... Oh, I'm confused. Did we get... Oh, we did. Oh, okay. All right, I see. Here we go. Carnine says, I got a surprise Breath of the Wild for you, Mana. What? A surprise Breath of the Wild? Like, what? You got me a surprise? Platinum Trophy Review. Platinum Trophy Review says, a platelet transfusion? That's awesome. What's a platelet transfusion? I mean, honestly... Oh, surprisingly something with wild breath, Chronos says. Surprising something with wild breath. That makes sense. So, I mean, apparently, here we go. During chemotherapy, the platelet count of patients can drop to dangerously low levels. So platelet transfusions are essential for treatment. So, science. Lots of technical terms here, but it's something critical for life. It's dangerous to lose and have your platelet count drop during chemotherapy, and so this provides that. So, I mean, here we go. $3 helps St. Jude provide pediatric isolation masks that help protect patients with compromised immune systems. So maybe if only you can donate $3, you can provide an isolation mask. And it goes all the way up, you know? $1,000 helps cover about 2/3 of the cost of 1 day of chemotherapy. Now, let that sink in. $1,000 will cover 2/3 of the cost of 1 day of chemotherapy. And the way St. Jude's operates, they ensure that no family has to walk away with any bill. That's pretty impressive. Lila Boy says, no, the Splatfest is over. I know. Oh, Carnine says, oh no, it's not a spoiler, it's a surprise I did. Ooh, that's exciting. You need a keycard to open the door. R2, do you have a keycard? Where's the keycard? Come on. Wait. I have a feeling that I remember this from before. Oh my gosh, R2. What are you doing? Okay, I want to say maybe we need to backtrack further. Oh no, I can't backtrack any. Well, okay. Can't go here. We can go this way. Uh-oh, R2 got hit. So this is really bizarre. Wait, I wonder if I can do... Oh, wait, did you look at that? There's something up here. Can I... Ah, there we go. There, we got the key card. All right, now we can go. Cool. There we go, everyone. Let's go. Come on, R2. Oh. Oh, R2 has full health now. That's cool. Okay. There we go. That took a little while. So, I should have gotten the power up, huh? Let's do that. Okay. R2 with the health. Come on, R2. Oh. Yeah, so I wonder who will have won the Splatfest. As I mentioned, I was definitely rooting for Leo. I am hoping that it comes down to Leonardo versus Donatello, because both are good options, and I won't be too upset if either one wins, though my vote does go to Donatello. If it goes down to Raphael and Donatello, that's an easy one. If it comes down to Mikey and Raphael, I'm thinking I'd go with Michelangelo. There we go. Let's head on over here. Listen to this. Oh. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that's pretty amazing. I mean, it's a testament to how great the music is, right? That like, you can just sit there and be like, this is good. This is really good. Beautissimo. Carnine says, should I tell you the surprise or do you want to see it when I stream? I think it would be more fun to watch, but I'm not, oh, just got trolled. But I'm not averse to you telling me, I don't know. I don't know. That's a toughie. I really don't know. Oh, we missed. Okay. You know what? Your call, Carnine. Your call. Your call. I'm alright either way. Oh. Fun fact, Platinum Trophy Review says, that music actually has an official name. Do you know what it is? You know, I feel like it now, is this official name in the canon of Star Wars lore? Or is this like the track on the album? Because I do have the original LP of the original movie's soundtrack, and I do remember it does have a name, but I want to say it's just like Cantina music or something. What is the official name? And where is it official, I guess would be the question I'd have. Come on. Come on. Charge up. Come on, R2. There we go. And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. In the official canon of the series, I actually do not know what this is called. Or if I did, I have long forgotten. Okay. Doing pretty good. So Platinum Trophy Review says, I've never looked at the tracks on the album, so I'll go with Star Wars lore. Okay, what's it called then? I'm curious. You've got me really curious. PTR, I'm curioso. Oh, look it! It's old Ben and C-3PO. Han Solo, pilot of the Millennium Falcon, was going to be our guide. He didn't come cheap. I had to sell my land speeder. Find the garage and sell the land speeder. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's find it, huh? Oh. Went a little further in my dash than I had thought. Woo! Ooh, that was a nice little bonus. Oop. Cool. I need a key card. Okay. You can't type it in chat? Oh no. Why is it bad? Yeah, you can go ahead and whisper PTR. By the way, actually, are you in our Discord PTR? And if not, would you like to be? Oh! I think I need to go back for the key card, yeah. That's unfortunate. It's funny how that works out. Okay, oh boy, alright. So up we go. I just shouldn't have done the dash. That's what I did wrong the last time. Movement in this game is really nice. That's one of the things I like about it. It's really fluid. You know, animation obviously, but it just feels nice. Like it feels... It's got good game feel. Does that make sense? Ooh. Nice. Whew. There we go. You are in the Discord. Oh, good. Okay. I feel like I knew that now, but I just... It's like one of those things where every now and then I just have... Well, we could call it a brain fart, shall we? Oh, hello. Maybe we should... Oh, hello. Let's go through here. All right. Wait, let's go back. we made a bad choice. Oh no. There we go. All right, we have one of our green laser bullets. All right. Boom. Down. Oh, hello. Here we go. Oh, Carnine says, the reason I asked is I understand, what is this? I understand you're streaming Mana and busy, and I was being respectful. Oh, thank you, Carnine. Carnine, go ahead and share it. No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, yeah. I feel like, basically, if it's something where it's going to take me a while, you know, to look it up, then, you know, maybe not. It all kind of depends. And I'll tell you if it's like, oh, I'll have to look at that later. So that's all good. Thank you. I appreciate you thinking about that, though. I guess we go up. What do you all think of this game so far? It's going to get a little bit more interesting, I think, once we get into the non-Tatooine levels. I mean, we're almost... Let's see. I want to say there are... Boy, actually, I don't really remember how many levels there are each time. Or each movie, you know? What? Carnine? That's amazing. Carnine says that they named a horse Mana. Aw, that's awesome. What a great surprise. Carnine, thank you. That was so lucky. Oh my gosh, that was so lucky. That was not what I meant to do. Oh, that could have gone poorly. Oh, ooh. Speaking of going poorly. Okay, I think... No? Okay. Let's try this. There we go. Seems good fun for the GBA, PTR says. It's a dumb game. Oh! What? No! Good thing there's like infinite continues here. Oh my gosh. I think there are anyway. Oh man, that was sad. That was really sad. That was like 4 deaths in a row just because I was being silly. Alright. There we go. Carnine goes, oof. That's exactly the sound effect that we needed right there. Oof is correct. That is so exactly right. That was an oof moment. Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't want that one. No. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. There we go. Dope also works. Yeah, oof and dough. Dope. Alright, we'll need a key card. Let's hop down and get a key card, huh? Where is the key card? Where is said key card? So we can't go through this door like so. So where? Ah, they keep coming. The stormtroopers keep coming. Where to go? Maybe up? Maybe, did we go in there yet? Oh, hello. Oh, I think we done goofed. Uh-oh. This is bad news. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. Whew. Oh, that was close. Oh, that's where we need to go. Okay. Hold on, we can do this. I bet that's where the key card is. Let's do it. Okay. And here we go. This is where we were, wasn't it? Whew. Okay, there's the key card. Boom. Alright. Pretty clever the way that you have to search around and find the doors and all. I mean, it's actually not a poorly designed game. It's a little bit difficult to figure out where you're meant to go because the graphics are a little similar, but it's not bad. You can figure it out. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Whew. Oh, I've got one hit left. This is bad. Look at that death animation. It's like... But thankfully, there's not really anything too bad in this game. I mean, you pretty much start right off where you were. So it's a pretty straightforward game. If you're looking for just some good fun, just to hang out and enjoy some Star Wars stuff, this is actually one of my favorite Star Wars games. I don't know why. It's just, it's simple. It works well. It controls well. It's not too hard, which is really my biggest complaint with the Super Star Wars series. And I'll be playing Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back soon. We've already beaten Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Whew. Well, you saw how difficult that was. We'll be playing Empire Strikes Back. I'd say it's maybe a little bit easier. I think the hardest is Return of the Jedi, then I think Super Star Wars, Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, then Super Star Wars, then Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. It's still no cakewalk. But yeah, I'm super excited to see the Han Solo movie. I actually think that the character that they designed, the actor that they chose to portray a young Han Solo, also a young Harrison Ford by extension, works really well. I mean, I think he's actually very Han Solo-esque. I'm not really too bothered by it because you're never going to get someone who looks just like Harrison Ford. It's just not possible. Because unless you go back in time, you can't get a young Harrison Ford. So, it's just not the way the world works, right? And I'm glad they didn't try to do any kind of weird CG stuff, or I'm sure they maybe did a few little things to make the actor look more like a young Han Solo, young Harrison Ford, but they didn't do any CG nonsense or anything like that. It's just an actor who's portraying a character as best they can as someone who is not the original actor. PTR says probably my favorite Game Boy Advance game was SpongeBob Hero Pants for the same reasons. Simple, short, can be beaten in one sitting. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about that, especially with modern games being so long. Like, as I get older, the shorter games that you can just pick up and enjoy seem more meaningful. It's hard to sink hundreds of hours into a AAA title these days. But when you can just enjoy a nice game like this, simple, short, it's great. There we go, there's our speeder. After collecting the money from the land speeder, I had to meet Obi-Wan and the droids on the Millennium Falcon Solo's ship. Meet Obi-Wan and Han Solo at Docking Bay 94. Though I will say, I feel like there are more of these Tatooine levels than I recall. I wonder if we will get this in one sitting tonight. I had planned on streaming a little longer if need be, but oh, I don't know. We'll have to see where we are in the story. Ugh. I remember this being maybe only 2 hours or so in length, but probably not. And also that was when I was a little bit...
Thanks for hosting.
Oh my gosh, Cactus! Hello! Cactus, it has been a little while. So good of you to come by. How are you doing? What's up? There's all kinds of stuff that's new around here. You probably noticed the St. Jude's icon up there, !Jude. I do have a Tiltify campaign where I'm trying to raise money for that charity, and maybe you want to check it out. Also, it has my calendar and my schedule for the entire month, so I'll just put that in chat for you, !Jude. How are you doing? What's new? What's exciting? What's happening? What have you been up to? Also, don't worry. I mean, you're always welcome. If you need to go do stuff, I understand. It's all fine. It's always nice to come back, so I hope you never feel awkward about coming back. I know I sometimes do. In certain streams, I'll just be like, oh, it's been a really long time. How are you? I'm so sorry. I think you're cool and rad. And it's not because I dislike you that I have been away. So I get it. Cactus, don't worry. Cactus says, I'm pretty good, and yeah, I saw. It's a great cause, and I'd love to help, but I'm broke. You do not have to worry about contributing that way. I would encourage you to go check out St. Jude's website, look a little bit more into it, maybe spread the news a little bit, maybe even share the link to the Tiltify if you are able. Spread it around if you'd like. That would be super helpful. So there are lots of little ways you could help out that way. But even if all you do is just visit their website, look more about their mission, about us, all that kind of stuff, that'd be great. And we're just playing a little Star Wars Trilogy Apprentice of the Force, which is a pretty cool game. Ugh. Wow. That's a lot of hits. Okay. Ugh. Oh, that was close. Okay. Hey, we found Docking Bay 94. Uh-oh. It's Boba Fett. Carnine asks an excellent question. Do all donations go to it 100%? Yes, they do. I don't believe... Let's see, hang on a second. We had reached Alderaan's coordinates. The planet wasn't there. It had been blown away. Only one weapon could be responsible for that kind of destruction. The Death Star. We were trapped. The Death Star's tractor beam pulls us into a huge hangar filled with stormtroopers. With the tractor beam active, there was no chance of escape from the Death Star. R2-D2 was our only way to shut off the controls. Okay, I'm gonna check real quick. Oh no, 8-bit Boba Fett, PTR says. So... Karnan, let me check real quick, because I want to say, I mean, I tried looking into all this. I did do a bunch of research. Maybe it may seem like I didn't do my due diligence because I don't know the exact answer to this, but I want to make sure. My understanding and my assumption has always been that that is the case, that Tiltify operates under other, or, you know, operates in a way in which that they make their funds elsewhere or some other way. Let me check. Does Tiltify take a cut of donations? Okay, so this is kind of what I thought. There are no upfront fees, so when a donation is made, a transaction fee is taken by either Stripe or PayPal, whichever third-party donation processors the charity has activated. So, Stripe credit card processing is 2.9% plus 30 cents unless the charity already has a lower fee, and PayPal is 2.9 plus 30 cents per transaction, also unless the charity already has a lower fee. The platform fee is taken out... oh, wait a second. A platform fee is taken out by Tiltify. I'm sorry. You are correct. A platform fee is taken out by Tiltify of up to 5% in order to keep building features and keep the site alive to continue to help anyone raise more money for causes, or help everyone. So thank you so much. See, this is the thing. I wish I had been able to tell you that and share with you. I thought that they did this a different way, but it's 5% out of a fee. Now, 5%, actually, that's not too bad for a site like this. So that means maybe you'd be looking at 7.9% taken out, which, okay, that's creeping up there, depending on the service you use. But I mean, you know, when you're trying to have online transactions with money, there's usually some fees. There are fees, of course, when you are you know, working through something like you know, the Amazon bits. When you cheer, you pay the fee up front. When you support me on Patreon, there's the fee that Patreon takes, as well as PayPal. When you support me on you know, through subscriptions, you know, Twitch is taking 50% of every subscription costs, you know, so $2.50 on every $5 subscription. In light of that, 7.9% doesn't sound so bad. But yeah, it is a great question. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much. Hey, look at that. Saving Liberty, hosting to keep up the site, and the more popular the site, the bigger the server that site needs, so it's Wayfair. Yeah, that's not bad at all, to be honest. And also, welcome. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Cactus says I'll 100% check it out and try to spread the word. I appreciate that as well. And you know, the truth is, Saving Liberty says, I lurk. The truth is, with most of these sorts of things too, incentives are either donations, but sometimes small costs. And, you know, even things like this button that I got, you know, which is really cool. This little thing here. Now this thing, which is, I think, pretty neat. On the back, look, see, it's sponsored GameStop. My suspicion is that the way this works is they probably reached out to GameStop and said, would you sponsor us? And this is a way to spread the word, right? It's a nice little bonus for someone who's doing a campaign like this, and then GameStop gets their name on it, so it's kind of cool. Oh my gosh! Hey, look at that! Dash Magnum, hi everyone, and happy belated May the 4th, and happy Cinco de Mayo. Dash, I am so happy that you are here, because of course this is a game I thought you would quite enjoy. Alright, and Cactus says, I would love to get back into this community. Everyone is so nice, but life gets in the way sometimes, and that sucks. I totally get it. Cactus, we actually have some wonderful people that have joined since I've seen you last. It keeps growing, but as you know, I mean, this is, we need you. When, you know, you are a valuable part of the community. But life is important. All that you have on your plate is important. Whatever it is, I'm sure that you're making good choices here, and don't feel obliged to be here. When you can is awesome. The fact that you're here now, that's it. If you can't come back for another 6 months, if you can't come back for another year, if you come back then when you can, that means the world to me. You don't have to feel obliged. And you have to check this out, Dash says. I know. Well, Dash, here we go. We're on the Death Star. Roll under obstacles, A, while crouched. Boom. Find R2-D2 and reach the control room. Oh my gosh, this is so great. So great. Okay. Thank you so much for donating to St. Jude's. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh my gosh. Rather Ripe, thank you so much for that $10 donation. Art of Mana stream donation, totally worth it to help the kids. $10 right there. Thank you so much. Look at, this is ridiculous. $540. I thought it was going to take a month at least to raise $100, and I thought maybe we wouldn't even get there. So thank you so much. Thank you, Rather Ripe. Can we get some hearts and emotes of any ilk in the chat, please? Saving Liberty is also practicing for the 16th. If you don't know, we're doing a very special charity stream here on the 16th. where we are actually going to be racing in Super Mario World, a classic Super Nintendo title. I'm really excited for that. We are going to be playing Saving Liberty and I, as well as Scooter. Ginny, Gravity, and Fuzzy Games are going to be commentating and providing the connection with chat, and we are going to be streaming Super Mario World and any percent run. And actually, the latest news, everyone, this is really cool. The latest news is at the end of this, we're all going to be able to submit our speedrun times to an online database. So who knows? Maybe we'll end up getting somewhere not 676th on the list. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then after we beat the race, or after we do any percent run, no glitch, any percent run, then we are going to go back and play the first 2 worlds with no items and no power-ups. So it's exciting and scary. Cactus says, only valuable? I thought it was like the centerpiece that held the Art of Mana community together. Yes. Rather Ripe says, did you think you were going to get away with me not supporting the charity tonight? Oh, Rather Ripe. And you know what? I feel like I need to do a couple of shout outs here. Shout out to Rather Ripe, who is a new streamer that we've discovered, and just an awesome guy, great streamer. And of course, shout out to Saving Liberty. We'll just leave it at those 2 right now so you can join in all the fun. Boy, that night we raided Rather Ripe was so cool. And Dash, you were right. Yes, isn't that fluid animation amazing? This is actually one of my favorite Star Wars games, so I'm really happy to finally be able to play it here. Thank you so much for donating to St. Jude's. Oh my gosh. Well, Dash Magnum with another $10, and now we're up to that lovely number of $550. You know, we're gonna have to come up with some cool goals to celebrate crushing our $100 goal. And, wow. Wow. Hey, you know, that reminds me, it's probably a good time while we're hanging in there, as it were, for me to run another short promo.
Heyo everyone, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know what I'm doing this month and why. For the first time ever as a content creator, I'm partnering with a charity, and in choosing one to support, I wanted to be really deliberate. I couldn't be happier to be supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. If you don't know anything about this organization, they're founded on one simple truth, that all life is sacred and important. To this end, they research cures to illnesses and diseases that afflict young people, and they provide expert medical attention and care to families with children in serious medical need. They do all of this regardless of ability to pay, race, religion, or creed. They truly do save lives. If you'd like to help me support this cause, links are all down below. You can ask me any questions. You can, of course, make a financial contribution if you have the ability to do so. If not, please research into what St. Jude Children's Research Hospital does and help spread the word. There are lots of ways that you can be involved. Simply ask me in the chat. It'll be perfect. Thank you. And together, let's try and support this great organization that is saving lives.
Welcome back. I think it's nice that I don't have to try and memorize some of these things. I can actually get them down in a video. It's much easier for me to do that than rely on my memory for these sorts of things. So, Dash, how are you doing? What? By the way, Bommy says, oof, mana. Could we please, please, please get some hype here? Because Rather Ripe, you did not have to do that. You did not have to do that. That is amazing. Thank you so, so much for subscribing for the first month. Oh my gosh. Let's just another shout out here. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Wow. And Bommy asks, how are you streaming Game Boy? I'm glad you you noticed that and think that's pretty cool. I am actually streaming through a Game Boy player on a GameCube. So, oh. Rather Ripe says, supporting one of my favorite streamers on Sub Hype Saturday. What? Thank you so much, Rather Ripe. Man. That's so awesome. For those of you who don't know, Rather Ripe streams a variety of things. Has been working on videos for Minecraft. Very cool, very chill, very laid back, family friendly. It's really a great time over there. I'm so happy when I get a chance to hang out, and I'm so glad we met. And Rather Ripe kind of gaining traction, early days of streaming. You remember those days? Around here, things are a little slow, you know, maybe. And then one day it was like we just kind of stumbled upon each other, and I thought, this is great. And I think everyone responded so positively who was there during the raid. And we had a great time. So Rather Ripe knows how to stream well, knows how to put together some compelling videos, and is worth your consideration for a follow. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm playing again with a Game Boy player on the GameCube. It's a device that kind of attaches to the bottom of your GameCube. You have a special disc that allows you to, it's basically the software interface.
6 months, yo. Fizz beloved art of mere.
What? Why? Dude! That's right, Rather Ripe, dude! Fizz now with another sub. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Fizz. Oh my goodness. Fizz. Fizz, my friend, we absolutely need to connect, and we'll be doing a collaboration here in the future and all kinds of things. Let's give a shout out to Fizz Bolts, amazing mana mod, great streamer. Fizz, I'm so sad that I missed your Lego Star Wars stream. That looked so fun. I took a sneaky peek at the VOD for a little bit. I'm gonna have to watch that at some point. And oh my gosh, that was so perfect. But I got home so late on Friday, and then it was just rest for the weary that was needed, you know? So sorry I couldn't make it. I noticed the notification, I went, oh man. Obi-Wan says, Luke, your destiny lies along a different path. Oh my gosh. Rather Ripe says, Cactus, if you streamed, how would you be the central pillar holding up the Art of Mana community? Oh, Cactus says, I wish I could stream, but I have a terrible mic and no capture card. Rather Ripe's comment is amazing. How would you indeed be the central pillar? You know, I was actually just talking in the last stream, or meaning to talk to Joe Cool about how to stream Switch games and whatnot, because it's actually pretty straightforward, but it does require some gizmos and gadgets, so there's some upfront cost. That makes it a little tougher. But, you know, I actually think that there are ways to do it kind of inexpensively. There are certainly ways you could do it with what you've got. You may not get the quality that you would like, but it would work. Oops. I should probably make you... There's cover for a reason, man. Oh, wait, but... No! This is bad. Get this. Okay. No! Actually, I don't need it. It's all good. Can I go up here? No? Oh my gosh. Yes! Hashtag Elgato. I love the Elgato. Now, I have a few Elgato products at this point. I am actually someone who loves the the different devices and basically the quality of life items they come up with. They have streamers in mind when they make their designs, and I love that they talk to streamers. I would love to be an Elgato partner. If you're listening, Elgato, which I'm sure you're not, I would love to be a partner with you. I've actually applied in the past, once before. I sadly didn't make it, but I will try again at a later date. I've also tried to apply for partnership with Discord. They were saying, try again later. I didn't try again later. I will have to try again. It's been a little while. This is ridiculous. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is bad. Oh, hello. There we go. Whew. Alright. Anything over here? No. But yeah, I really do like that. Very good. So, Fizzbolt says, it was pretty fun. Did episodes 1 and 4. Oh, nice. I gotta say, I always liked Phantom Menace. And of course, 4 is amazing. Classic. But yeah, I really like Lego Star Wars too, so that's fun. Now, did you play on Steam, I'm presuming? That would be my guess. Actually, it's a silly question because I don't think there is another platform that would be easy to stream. Hello. Hello. Cool, nice. I've got to look and see what games I have, but when I was thinking about what I wanted to play for May 4th, I know this is belated, I wanted to go to this because I just remember it being so fun, but there's really not a lot said about it. Kind of flew under the radar, so... Look, I mean, it's basically platforming with these little challenge sections. It's really good. It's just short, sweet, shares the story in a compelling way, it has good graphics, great animation. Actually really decent sound for a portable system of yesteryear before the Switch made console parity the norm for handhelds. Though, did you hear Nintendo has officially said they are working on some kind of handheld successor to the Game Boy Advance? I mean, excuse me, not the Game Boy Advance, to the 3DS. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, ow. Nope. So I don't know what it will be. I don't know if it even will become a thing. There are definitely teams of R&D that don't end up doing anything. I mean, whole projects can just sort of go by the wayside. Nintendo's R&D is always working on stuff, so there's a good chance that this will never see the light of day, but at the same time... Oh dear. At the same time, it's entirely likely that we'll see something to succeed the 3DS. Maybe it will be a... Oh, hello. Maybe it will be a version of the 3DS, maybe it will be a totally different thing, but I do think there is room for something like the 3DS, a purely portable, inexpensive handheld that lots of people can get to. Probably something made of cardboard, Rather Ripe says. Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. Oh, Fizz, you have a Steam controller now? That's so cool. I love the Steam controller. What did you think of it? How did it work for you? Probably a pretty straightforward game to use it with because of the analog stick and the buttons. That's pretty amazing. And what else have you used your Steam controller for? Oh, hello. And did you just get it? I didn't even know you got a Steam controller, Fizz, because I'm so out of touch. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Oh, you have a Logitech controller that you use with Steam. Oh, okay. I got you now. Yes, your Logitech controller. I knew you got that. Because you got the same one I have, which is a very good Logitech controller. A very good one indeed. But that makes more sense now. Okay. We're all good here. Come on. There we go. Yeah? So, Labo DS Car9 says, yeah. in Platinum Trophy Review says I didn't hear that, but it doesn't surprise me. Well, yeah, I mean, I do think that one of the great advantages of the 3DS is that it is inexpensive and it is durable. And I think there is room for, handheld systems that are inexpensive and durable and maybe unique. Maybe that's something that we'll see in a successor. Like, let's just speculate for a moment. I kind of see a couple of different paths. One would be continuing along with the 3DS model and basically iterate on that. The other thing I could see happening would be that Nintendo creates something that is almost like a smartphone, but that is not a phone. Basically a system, hello, that can be played, in with physical controls, and maybe even some of the same games you'd find on your phone, but would be, again, with physical controls, would be maybe in a more durable case, cheaper price point than a phone, all of that. I could see that being one route. I could also see something along the lines of a totally ridiculous, absolutely Nintendo sort of thing with tons of gizmos and gadgets that are unique and will create different experiences for playing, maybe things we can't even fathom right now. Maybe all kinds of sensors that seem ridiculous. So I don't know. Or they could just be like, we're gonna stick with the Switch. But I think the Switch is a little too pricey for a lot of families to get for younger audiences, and that's where the 3DS is important. And some people who say, they should focus on the 3DS, don't really seem to think about that. I think that's an important thing to consider. All right. I love the Labo idea. Now, I actually have decided that I'm going to consider and probably put in some kind of Labo incentive. No, this is a tough level because of how well we've done on stream with supporting St. Jude's. So I think I'm going to try and make some Labo designs and whatnot live on stream as a thank you to everyone who contributed so generously to the campaign. Oh no! Bommy just lost power in their room, but no one else lost power. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oop. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's see if we can get this now. There we go. There we go. Cool. Hello. We might be going the wrong way here, but that's all right. Let's do it. Whew. Oh, wrong way. Speaking of wrong way. Oh, yes, Fizz says, oh, dang, mommy. Hey, nice. Uh-oh. Okay. We're in much better shape than we were. Cool. Oops. Okay. Now let me go back here. There were some other things here. Cactus asks, what is my favorite Star Wars film? Cactus says, mine is Empire. Okay. Let's get back to that question. I want to just take a look. Also, Ratherripe says, remember when you buy any streaming equipment to hit the refurbished listings on eBay and Amazon because you can save a ton of cash. Or, look for deals and contact Elgato. They actually are, they actually gave me a little discount on my next purchase just for applying for partnership and inquiring. But yes, I love the Labo Delios. I think it looks so cool. Fizzbolt says, an art vlogger I watch got the Labo piano and painted it all Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's pretty cool. That sounds amazing. See, I think that'd be so cool. So let's put together the Nintendo Labo piano and then do a whole music stream. I'll just play piano. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, Ratherripe says, Art of Mana, I'm a massive nerd for handheld stuff. If you're going to make the next gen handheld, it must be a multifunctional device. Something that could be used basically for everything. My number one handheld currently is the PSP 2000, Not because I'm a Sony fanboy or anything, it just lent itself so well to functions outside of gaming with minimal overhead and amazing battery life. I still use it today. It makes sense. It makes sense. I have a slightly different philosophy, though. See, I think in some cases it works well. I think the Wii had a great balance in terms of multimedia. Now imagine if the Wii was in HD and, you know, had all the features it had now. I would consider that the ultimate set-top box, essentially, you know? But I actually really quite like that the Switch is focused on gaming and does not actually require you to have all of these other features at the front page. I'd like things to simplify in many ways. That's why I don't actually like most of the time a computer or a mobile device as my gaming platform, because they're so busy and cluttered with other things. I like my devices to be more unitaskers when it comes to gaming, because I want to focus on gaming and I don't want to be distracted by the other things. Simplicity is the king for me, you know, and I love retro gaming because of that too, because I can pop in a cartridge into my old SNES, or I can put this game pack in the Game Boy Player, and I'm playing the exact game that I would have back in the day, right? To me, that's amazing. But I do understand where you're coming from. I think the Switch will probably get those media features. I just don't see anything that's supposed to sort of become a successor to the 3DS having lots of those features. I think Nintendo will focus back on gaming, and I think they got burned in the Wii U era and probably are keeping that in mind as well. Oof. Elf. Oh, hello. There we go. Whew. And Car9 says, if you're lucky, you might get be a horse in my Breath of the Wild Fizz. Car9 named one of his horses Mana, which I was very, very flattered by. And so maybe there'll be a Fizz horse. That'd be really cool. Thanks, Car9. Thanks again. So, favorite movie in the franchise? Cactus asks. Great question. I would have to go with Return of the Jedi. It was my favorite back in the day, but then I would also say the original is fantastic, and it's hard to sort of not talk about Star Wars and not share love for the original. It is just a perfect movie in and of itself. You know, no special qualifications. You could watch just it and nothing more and enjoy it. But more and more, I do appreciate Empire Strikes Back. When I was younger, it wasn't my favorite, but now I do think it's really good. I don't know. I really don't know. It's tough. Now, I actually quite like Phantom Menace. I really thought that Episode 7 was really good, and as was... actually, I thought that... You know, I don't know. It's a tough question. But I think I'd go with Return of the Jedi. I think I'd go with that. Yeah, Rather Ripe says definitely Return of the Jedi. That's what I would say. But, I mean, it's a really good franchise in general. The original is playing off all those archetypes, the Joseph Campbell archetypes and everything. It's just... Oh! Hello. It's just good. It's just good. It's really good stuff. Well, R2D2 just got splatted. I'm gonna start saying that in games, splatted. It makes sense, right? You know what I'm talking about. Rather Ripe says, the Switch would have made a great handheld if it were a handheld versus a console. The problem is the price tag. Like you were saying, I don't think a handheld should go above $100. I just worry about hardware limitations at that point. Yeah, so, you know, the cool thing about the Switch is that it is both in many ways, but I play it more as a dedicated home console. And that's how Nintendo's marketed it. I know a lot of people who think of it purely as a handheld, and that's why I think that it makes sense for Nintendo to try to create a successor to the 3DS. But we'll see. Roof doof, Rather Ripe says. Yep. Come on, R2. No! Oh no. Okay. I guess we go this way. One moment, please. I'm gonna just throw up this screen for a second, because I need to just adjust my chair a little bit, if you don't mind. Please don't mind. There we go. I think that's better. I feel more comfortable like this. Just put that back. Okay. I'm a little closer to the mic now. This feels a little more natural. Okay. There we go. Oh, gotta protect R2. No, no, no. Whew. All right, R2 made it. Okay. Oh, that was close. I think we can make that jump. Nope. No. Maybe we're not meant to make that jump. All right. Huh? 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 Okay. Hey, there we go. Come on, R2. All right. But yeah, how about everyone else? Favorite Star Wars movie? What do you think? There we go. Come on, R2. Oh. That was it? Okay. Oh, that was funny. All right. Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh, this is a good power up here. This is strong. While hacking the main computer, R2-D2 found Princess Leia. She was being held prisoner aboard. We found her cell, and we needed to get back to the Millennium Falcon before anyone realized the tractor beam had been shut down. So here we go. We found Princess Leia. I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you. You're who? I'm here to rescue you. I've got your R2 unit. I'm here with Ben Kenobi. Ben Kenobi? Where is he? Come on. Zizal, hello and welcome. Zizal says, mine's probably Empire Strikes Back. I'm so glad you're here and lurking. Feel free to lurk some more. Escort Leia to the Millennium Falcon. Car9 says, if it's a successor, it would have more power, meaning more Pokemon for the future for the successor. Could be, though they have said that they're trying to focus on the Nintendo Switch right now. I could definitely see them considering a successor to the 3DS. But Nintendo doesn't always focus on power. See, I mean, it would have more power than the 3DS, that's true. Though it may even have the same power and just a higher resolution, which would require more power, so I don't know. The world may never know. Uh-oh. 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 Stay alive, princess, stay alive! Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, this is hectic. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Whew. There we are. Chrono hasn't seen all of the Star Wars movies? What? We need to have a watch party. Come on over. Rather Ripe says favorite Star Wars movie? Star Wars Christmas Special. AKA all Wookiee all the time. No, no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Dash Magnum says, for a long time, I'd also say Return of the Jedi, without a doubt, but boy, did The Last Jedi really swing for top spot. Yeah, it's a good movie, but Return of the Jedi is still my top, I would say. It's tough. Fizz says, old ones, I like Empire. Prequels, I guess Attack of the Clones. The new ones, The Force Awakens. I think I would go Return of the Jedi if we're splitting this into three. I'd say of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi, of the prequels, The Phantom Menace. Of the new trilogy so far, I think in terms of pure fun, I would go with The Force Awakens. But The Last Jedi, depending on where the third film in this new trilogy goes, man, The Last Jedi is pretty darn good. So I don't know. That's a tricky one. Out of the Star Wars Stories movies, I would say that, well, we only have the one. So that's pretty much it. Of the old kind of strange other things, Battle for Endor, pretty amazing, just gonna say. Battle for Endor, check it out. Good film. Rogue One, wow, where are you people? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Rogue One's great. Rogue One is great. I love it. It's a fantastic film. Yeah, Return of the Jedi has the good emotional content for sure. Yes, exactly. Carnine says, I have up to current one Last Jedi. Oh, nice. Okay. What are we okay? We're just, are we meant to do something here? What, excuse me? What? I was kind of thinking that was gonna happen. Oh, the switch is up there. Okay. I wasn't looking. This is basically recreating the scene from the movie. I gotcha. There we go. Chrono says, what is it about Star Wars that you like? I will tell you. But first, Fizz says, I wouldn't put that with the old prequel new thing. Rogue One is awesome on its own. Exactly. Like, it's part of the Star Wars stories, so it's not meant to be a part of any of the trilogies. And yeah, I really am gonna be curious to see how it compares with Solo once Solo is released. I think Solo is gonna be really good. But I kind of think I might enjoy Rogue One more, just simply because I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to go in with a clear head. Zizal says, that's not a zip line. Exactly. Oh, Zizal, thank you for being here. I'm going to give you a little shout out. If you don't know, I call the Owl 08 TV Zizal. So, just so you know. Why do I like Star Wars? So for me, it is a fantasy story filled with incredible archetypes, fantastic storytelling, but set in a really compelling universe that is a science fiction style universe, and yet it's old, so it's different and familiar at the same time. And I love the setting, I love the characters, and again, I love the archetypes. It's a really great story to add to the body of myths, the tree of tales. I think that, you know, when you compare things like Star Trek and Star Wars, Star Trek falls much more neatly into the science fiction camp. The what-ifs are what science fiction, to me, tends to focus on, right? What if such and such happened? What if this was the technology we had? What if we were able to do X, Y, or Z? Fantasy, to me, is much more about the human story and each of our stories. And much like Joseph Campbell, who inspired George Lucas with things like Hero with a Thousand Faces and more, saw all of these archetypes as applicable to our lives. So the hero's journey, which is really Luke Skywalker's journey in the original Star Wars, could be the small steps that we all take in our lives. Periods of time where maybe we step out, we strike out into the unknown, we're stirred to do so, and then in doing so, we meet challenges, and then we have to return home with new knowledge, and then we repeat the process after we have made that step. And so our life kind of becomes a series of steps, right? I just think that's such a cool concept. And I think that, to me, fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, some of the best written works that are not historical or not, nonfiction, but fiction, tell something deeper, tell something that is true, and tell something that rings true in our lives that we can relate to. And for me, Star Wars does that. Zizel says, what if the universe was shaped like a bathtub? Exactly. Wait. Okay. All right. This is really funny. Car9 says Rogue One is before 4. This is true, but it's its own separate movie, is I think what we were getting at. You're right, chronologically it is, but it's its own separate story. It's a Star Wars story. Dash says, it's a lot of things, but to name one, it's just a great modern day fairy tale. Great use of the word, with a good message, and it also has that good emotional content. What if we boldly went where no man has gone before? Dash says, yeah. Chrono says, for some people, that would be the bathtub. Carnian says, go where no mana has gone before. What if the universe was shaped like a bathtub? Zizal says, yes. Platinum Trophy says, I've returned and beaten the story of the first God of War. Nice. And Chrono says, so deep, I barely handle poetry with roses and violets. I'll give you some poetry at the end of today. How's that? Remind me when we end this stream, I'll bust out some poetry. We haven't done some good poetry reading in a while. When we got back to the Millennium Falcon, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader were dueling. Obi-Wan saw me and something strange happened. He raised his lightsaber and as Vader struck him, he vanished. He simply disappeared. Obi-Wan had given me my first real Jedi lesson. The Force is stronger than death, and there are alternatives to fighting. Wow! See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That rings true to me, right? The Force is stronger than death, and there are alternatives to fighting. Boy, can you imagine, right? If we take those ideas, right, carry them into our lives. That's why I think storytelling is so true. See, that I take that idea and I don't just let it sit in the narrative of the story. Great art. I'm gonna get a little philosophical here on you. But see, I believe in. I've shared this before. I believe in a couple of things here. Now, there was a test done in a museum where there were various pieces of artwork. I've shared this before. I'll try and summarize it briefly. But the various pieces of artwork essentially were photorealistic, and if not impressionistic, it was a more evocative piece, but not photorealistic, right? And they, Space Cucumber, hello, you're just in time for some big ideas. So there were cameras trained on both of these pieces of artwork, and everyone who was there looking in the museum were being filmed, and the length of time, the duration of time that each of the museum goers would stay at the various paintings were cataloged, and then the data was all put together, compiled. They figured out that people spent a significantly longer time at the piece that was not photorealistic. Now you might think a photorealistic painting, amazing, the technical prowess and everything, that would be surely the winner, but no, what they found is it was the opposite. And here's the conclusion, or excuse me, this would be the piece that was drawn from this. You know, what does this mean? Well, basically, if you run with this, I believe that good art invites the viewer to participate as opposed to spectate. I think this is true of all good art. I think, and believe me, a lot of people will try and say that, there's no such thing as bad art. Oh, there's bad art. There's bad art for a multitude of reasons. Good art, without exception that I've found, invites me to participate with it. So an image, this is something kind of very common in Japan. A painting would actually be a floating image, for example. You might have only a part of the image there on the canvas or the paper or whatever whatever the painting's on, right? And the rest of the image is blank. But what this does is it allows your imagination as a viewer to fill in the blanks. So Star Wars, like this, right? Force is stronger than death. They're alternatives to fighting. Let's watch this movie. We see this unfold. We see these words or this message unfold through the actions of the heroes, right? We actually aren't told this. I mean, this game does a great way of summarizing that scene right there. That's what I take away from this scene right there. Alternatives to fighting, force is stronger than death. I take that away from the scene without having it spelled out for me. I'm participating in it. And then I see, as another sign of great art, I see a deeper truth in it. So that's my thing. Chrono says, getting philosophical in a Star Wars GBA stream, only on Twitch. Anyways, yes. So that's a thing. That is the thing. Yeah, Carnine says, if you remembered what Luke did in Last Jedi, wink. Yup. Chrono says, great, but I probably won't understand it regarding the poetry. After our escape, we delivered the plans stored in R2-D2 to the Rebel Alliance for analysis. The Death Star had only one weakness. What was that weakness? The plan was to go straight down a trench and aim a proton torpedo down a small thermal exhaust port. The shaft led directly to the main reactor. A precise hit would destroy the station. It wouldn't be easy. I needed R2-D2 with me. The little droid would repair my X-Wing after each hit, as long as he didn't get hurt. Kona says, help, so lost. I'm in the lost woods of Mana's philosophy. Oh my gosh, we are basically playing Asteroids, but cooler. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Alright, okay. Yay, we got one. Look, it's an alternative to fighting. It's fighting. No, it's funny. But the other cool thing about Star Wars, another reason I like it, is, again, it's that thing where it's like these connections with the real world. All these dogfights and all these races, like the pod race is basically a drag race, right? I just think that's really cool. Wait, do we have 27 more of these to hit? Oh my gosh. Ooh, ow. Oh my gosh. Do I have... Oh. That didn't go well. Okay. It's gonna take a while, my friends. Let's see how we do. Alright. Oh my gosh. Now I remember, this was pretty tough. Oh shoot, okay. Alright. But I mean, yeah, we could certainly talk more about that. But yeah, I've always also being a for me, for Star Wars, also being a religious person and someone who has always been fascinated by matters of faith and religion. The Force has always been appealing to me. So that's another reason why I love Star Wars, because I can see connections with those deep things. So basically, there are a lot of reasons I love Star Wars. I remember the first time I saw it, just the spectacle of it was amazing. Again, I think the hero's journey is a compelling story to hear. I've always loved The Lord of the Rings for that reason. The self-sacrifice that's presented there is amazing. The heroism, the conquering of good over evil. It's just all awesome. And I'm actually afraid that more and more of our modern day myths, so to speak, lack some of that. We've become so comfortable in ambiguity, which I think is healthy to an extent, but not when we have neglected the concrete, if that makes sense. It's okay to hold certain contradictions in balance in our mind. In fact, I think that's healthy and appropriate, but we also need something concrete. Oh boy. Oh Nelly. Oh no! This is hard. Oh, Kronos says, confession, I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies. Read the book years ago, though. So that's okay. I mean, I absolutely... For me, I think that Lord of the Rings is better read than watched. I'm not a huge fan of the Peter Jackson adaptations. I think they're competent, but The Lord of the Rings is much deeper than an action film. There are scenes, however, in The Lord of the Rings that I think are so powerful, like scenes in the movies, that are almost, near perfect, right? But in a weird way, even though it's a less perfect, less faithful adaptation, I'd rather watch the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings, which isn't even complete. But, I don't know. The Hobbit, I will unabashedly say, was... Looking back, at the time I was trying to be kind. Looking back now, I can say my opinions never changed. They're rubbish. They're just awful. The Peter Jackson Hobbit movies. What? Evil guy? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What? What? Ginny Gravity, we had a double raid. Wow. You too, thank you so much.
Captain,
Oh
we're
my
detecting
gosh.
strange signals on the screen.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Pancake, hello, welcome. Griffin Priest, welcome. What? What? Oh my gosh. Cronus says, I've never seen a dogfight in airplanes. Well, not counting Snoopy. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Thank you all for the raid. Thank you. I hope that your stream was awesome. Let's do a shout out here for First Evil Guy. Boom. Oops, I can't type. 613. And then a shout out for Ginny Gravity. Look, you should have called this the Lovebirds raid. Fizz has already done the shout outs. I just realized that. Thank you so much, Fizz. You were so on top of it. So everyone, Pancake, welcome. Griffin Priest, welcome. I know, both of you, I believe. Pancake, have we chatted? We've chatted before, right? And Daizo. Oh, this is great. Evil Lovers raid. Nice. So you were playing some Splatoon 2. Very cool. I actually did manage to make it to a Leonardo Queen, I guess. Was that what it is? Splat Queen? But I have a confession to make. The last few rounds were Ms. Mana playing because I had to get ready for the stream, and I was like, hey, so Ms. Mana, you know how, like, Splatoon 2, right? And so she's like, I'll try it. And she managed to eke out a few wins and got there. So that was cool because I got pretty far. I played a little bit right after the Mario Kart stream earlier and did pretty good, but then I just couldn't quite, with dinner and setting up for this stream, couldn't quite make it. So Don't make Evil mad. He's mad at me for calling him nice. Pancake says, he is nice, but don't tell him I said that. Oh, okay. I said you're nice. Evil Guy says, hey man, how's it going? I have no audio at the moment. Someone relay what he says. And then I just said, I said you're nice in chat. Yeah, she was more than willing to do it, and she did pretty well. So it was pretty cool. Daizo says, Art of Mana said you're nice. Confirmed. Evil Galactic Lovers Raid Hi says, oh hi, that's awesome. Fizzbolts got halfway through Champion and then ran out of time. I get it. And Jay Bizzo, hello. Evil says, Mana 1v1 me right now. I do owe you in 1v1, don't I? I do owe you a 1v1, don't I? Fight words. Fight. But as you can see, we are playing this game. It's a Game Boy Advance game. I just love the little overlay. It's so great. And my goodness, $550 raised for charity. So pretty cool. And we just died. Welcome, Raiders. I just realized, now see how we have these squares here? Now, does this represent levels we've completed? I think it does. So probably we will end the stream after the story of episode 4. I think that's what we'll do. And Rather I earlier said that they totally agree, and they're so happy I said that. And I'm really, that's really cool. I believe this was in reference, if I understood correctly, to what I said about the last thing I said about Star Wars and why I love it. So awesome. So cool. Yeah. And Evil Guy says I might owe a 1v1 at some point. Probably. So how did the stream go? I assume you were not playing the Splatfest unless you started well before the Splatfest ended. Did either of you make it to a Splat King or Queen? Ginny says, I'm going to be around in a few minutes, but I'm just cooling down. I understand. Speaking of cooling down, it's actually really hot around here. Oh boy. Oh, this is... Oh wait, okay, there we go. We got a little boost. Another little boost. Get away. Oh boy, boost. This is really hard, actually. I remember this giving me a lot of issues before, too, so I'm not surprised. But it's really hard. Oh, no. Oh, man. It's like a harder version of Asteroids. Oh. Okay, Artie. Artie says, what is hot where you are? It was 94 here today. I will actually let you know, but this is kind of funny. Because it was actually raining right before I started this stream, Artie. I'm sorry. But it was warm today. It got warm in this room. Maybe that's a more accurate thing to say because it's 58 degrees right now. It was warm in this room. We actually had a... be quiet then, Artie says. It's a game of angry asteroids, Space Cucumber says. Basically... It's because I'm in a small room and streaming so much that it happened. Chrono asks if this is an infinite continue game. Pretty much. Pretty much it is. Oh, shoot. Alright. Oh boy. I just realized I could do this. This makes it easier. I can hold down the fire button. There we go. So we have 27 more to go. This is really tricky, but we can do it. I think. Maybe. Alright. Maybe. Maybe? Yeah. Oh, we're taking damage. We're taking damage. I do recall, actually, that these space flight sections were the hardest. I think there's one more section after this, and I think it's the trench run. And then we'll beat the game. And I think we will call it a stream after we do a little poetry read. Because why not? We've been thinking deep thoughts today. And a thank you to everyone and all that. And then we'll raid someone from Team Good Vibes. So please stick around for that. I don't know how much longer this is going to take. But we'll at least beat this. And then we'll go ahead and... We'll actually have to return to this. I would like to beat this in its entirety at some point.
Oh, thank you. How generous.
I am just poking in to say hi. I've been gone for a bit long.
Someone was in the pod. The tracks go off in this direction. Look, sir! Followers!
Hey, thank you so much, Pancake04 and Warguru. I gotta remember how to say your name again. Wargaruruman. There we go. Thank you so much for popping by. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. I greatly appreciate that. And we have 14 TIE fighters left to defeat. Are we going to be able to do it? I don't know. And Pancake, thank you so much again for that follow. No, we were down to 13. Okay. This is getting serial. Oh, well, you know what? We've already messed up. Let's... Oh, gosh. Rather Ripe says, nowadays there's this issue with moral ambiguity in culture. It's really disheartening to see and can make you feel pretty lonely when your thoughts basically go against all of mainstream media. Makes it that much better when you find someone who feels the same. Aww. What? Another... What? Oh my gosh. But yes, I understand exactly what you mean, Rather Ripe. It's not even just mainstream media too. It's like... It's lots of stuff. But oh my gosh, we have, look at this, welcome raiders. We've got the Gold Leafeon raiding with a party of 3. Thank you so much for that raid. Let's get a nice shout out for the Gold Leafeon. Leaf Jelly, thank you so much. Also, Ash, thank you. Raid power, Ash00881177 says. And oh my gosh, let's run into a TIE fighter. Gold Leafeon goes, that's not the correct account. Oh no, I got hit again. Dash myself into a TIE fighter again. Come on. Come on. It's demolition time! Demolition derby in space. Will the X-Wings or the TIE fighters win? It's a battle. Look at the mudslinging. Look at that V8 engine in the X-Wing. Who's it gonna be? The TIE fighters or the X-Wing? Oh man, the mudslinging is real. There we go. Yay, we've shouted out the correct Gold Leafeon. Leaf Jelly, thank you so much. Thank you for that raid. For those of you who don't know, Leaf Jelly, a great friend of Mana, a great friend of many of the streamers here, and someone who actually has been, I mean, seriously, come to think of it, you've been around for a long time. You've been, I'm trying to even think, like, how long have you been a friend of Mana? I would love to see. All it's missing is a Truckosaurus.
Detecting strange signals on the screen. It's a bit of an host.
Ash, thank you so much for that host. Much appreciated. Hey, look, everyone. I just discovered a thing that I wish I remembered or wish I knew before. The L button actually does do something. I can drift in space. And that actually does make these sorts of dogfights a lot easier, because I can sort of dance around the TIE fighters this way, as opposed to what I was doing, which did not really work that well. Huh. 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 Oh boy. There we go. Come on. Come on. Gold Leafeon says January? No, wait, December 30th. at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's so cool. Oh, hello. That's so cool. That's almost half a year. Man, it feels like longer though, doesn't it? I feel like I've known you for years, Leaf Jelly.
Thanks for joining the Friends of Mana.
Is that Rihanna Flynn? Rihanna Flynn? Rihanna, thank you so much for joining the Friends of Mana. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm also trying to avoid dying in a fiery blaze of X-Wing. Whoa, hello. We're down to 10. We're down to 10, friends. We're doing it. We're doing it. 9. Yes, that was Ginny's voice. Exactly, Leaf Jelly. That was Ginny's voice. Ginny Gravity, a fine streamer. Another raider as well. Leaf Jelly, what did you do in your stream? I'm guessing some Splatoon 2, perhaps? How did it go? Tell me about your stream. And for anyone who may not know what you stream and all that, tell me more just about you and what types of things you like to stream. Let me know. Red leader to red 5. I missed the exhaust port. Get set up for your attack run. Now it's all up to you, kid. Okay, this is it, everyone. Oh, you're playing Undertale. Nice. Star Wars Tatooine Drift 2, Force 2 Furious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. What? Ash!
You are among friends. Thank you for following Art of Mana.
And it's Scooter's voice. Ash, thank you so much for that follow. That's awesome. There have been so many new people joining today. I really appreciate it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not doing great on the whole health thing. Uh-oh. Maybe I just need to be doing this. Oh. Yeek. Okay. Yep, that's probably a good idea. No. Yes. Urban Fervor. Hello. Yes, Undertale. I will have to be playing that again soon, as I have yet to really fully complete it. Ginny knows, however, the plan. Ginny knows the plan. A very special plan for how I will be streaming Undertale next. Let's just say I've had my fair share of interesting and unique and creative controllers I've been using for Undertale. In fact, I beat it for the first time on an original Nintendo Entertainment System controller. And I mean an original Nintendo Entertainment System controller, not a reproduction, but actually the controller from my NES. The NES, you know, that I played Super Mario Brothers on back in the day. The original, the classic. It's however many years old now. We won't go into that. But I beat the game with that. I played with some other controllers as well. And we even, last time I played, used an arcade stick. Shoot. So that's pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Chat is going by and I need to see it, but I also need to avoid dying in this Death Star Trench run, which is almost as exciting as Rogue Squadron for the N64. Here we go. Lining up. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Things got intense. Things got serial. Oh no. No! No, no. Okay, 5 TIE Fighters. 5 TIE Fighters is all we need to get. Is that right? Oh no, but we can't hit them. Urban Fervor really wants me to beat Undertale with a dance pad. That has been talked about. I will say there are reasons I'm not going to do that just yet. So I'm sorry for anyone who is hoping that would be what I was thinking of. There are reasons. I am setting up a studio environment downstairs, which will be a lot more conducive to beating Undertale that way. But as of right now, in this space, in my office space right now, I just don't have the length of room where you'd actually be able to see me use the dance pad, and I feel like that would just be missing the whole point of actually using the dance pad, right? how would that be fun, you know? Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Okay, alright, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, Ty. It's all good. Whatever, it's all good. It's all good. Oh boy. We have one left. Come on, Mana. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Boom. Okay, here we go. Oh man. How are we doing on this? Okay, that's not telling me anything. You know what? I can pause it. Let's read some things here. Okay, let's go back up. And by the way, I love that Star Wars tattooing drift. Too Force, Too Furious. That's amazing. Undertale's the best, hence my 708 hours in the game, Urban Fervor says. I will be returning to it, don't worry. Gold Leafeon says, I am the Gold Leafeon. I have 2 accounts, one for 3DS, Wii U, and Creative, and another for Undertale and Fortnite. I don't have a set schedule yet, but normally I either stream really late or really early. I actually did not realize that, the Gold Leafeon. So your one account is specifically for Undertale and Fortnite. Your others are all for the Nintendo stuff and Creative. Neat. Space Cucumber.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank you. Space Cucumber says, hey Mana, you seem to miss my question from earlier. I was wondering, as this means nothing at all at the current moment, but will be useful in about a month, wink wink, shields or no shields? Shields, please, Space Cucumber. Ash says, Mobile Legends, Roblox, Yu-Gi-Oh!, PUBG, Mobile War Robots, Shadow Fight 3, all games I stream. Oh, nice. Nice, Ash. So, Roblox, that's one that I like the game, but, oh, streaming it was difficult. Streaming it was difficult. Rather Ripe says, beat Undertale using Donkey Konga drums. I do have those. I'll just leave it at that. I do have a dance pad as well, don't worry. Oh, man. Ash says, I'm late for stream. Oh, no. Oh, no. Chrono says, use the Force, Mana. Don't let it use you. Oh, man. What is this? That's interesting. Oh, yes. Ah, oh, cool. Fizz, thank you. I see a little a gray thing of what you typed, and you be rockin'. Nightcrawler rated by the X-Men. What? What? Oh, those are just things we've learned. Skills we've learned. We are being rated by Nightcrawler 2400, rated by the X-Men. Let's do another shout out here for Nightcrawler. What? All the raids tonight. You all are amazing. Thank you so much. Ugh. Ash says it's easy with omelet arcade grammar. What? Vizbolt says, I think any game with a dance pad would be some sort of revolution. Yeah. I'm super excited to use some of these ridiculous controllers. I love controllers. Dash says, cues up the 90s X-Men cartoon theme. Oh my gosh. Hey, we were talking about arcades earlier, and we just mentioned arcades, and we mentioned X-Men, and I feel like just reiterating that I love the X-Men 4-player Konami cabinet. Konami just really did such an amazing job back in the day of making these 4-player games that just were outstanding, so much fun, and the music was so good. Sunset Riders is my basically my favorite, with beyond a shadow of a doubt. But, you know, games like Turtles in Time and X-Men, and also The Simpsons, for example, Cowboys of Moo Mesa. There's another one I just learned of recently that I can't remember the name now, but it's like Mystic Fighters, Mystic Heroes, something like that. I'll have to go and look, but it's built on the same Sunset Riders engine, and it's really cool. I didn't realize that it existed back in the day, but I'm so glad that I've discovered it now. Oh, rather right. Isn't Sunset Riders amazing? I would love to actually purchase a PCB of it. Anytime I ever see it out in the wild, it's an instant quarter muncher for me. I will put quarters into that. But I'd love to own a PCB of it. I have the original arcade manual. That's as close as I've got. I'd love to actually make a four-player cabinet with JAMA controls and then get the PCBs of a bunch of those Konami games. Or, you know, even just pick up, oh gosh, what was I trying to say? A Sunset Riders dedicated cabinet if I ever found one at a reasonable price in good condition and could afford it. And, you know, Ms. Mana was okay with it being in the garage, though we've talked about it in the past. And, oh, it's Han Solo, everybody! Oh my gosh. So it's funny, Chrono says, I love that X-Men arcade cabinet, and remember the larger one, right? And Chrono always played as Storm. I always played as Nightcrawler. That was my go-to. Han Solo, Rather Ripe says, you're all clear, kid. Finally, the Death Star was destroyed, but Darth Vader was still out there alive. My feelings were telling me that our fates were tied to one another, and someday we would meet again. Episode 4 completed. Everyone, we did a thing. What? Episode 4 completed. We beat that very good amount of the game. Let's quit. Let's go ahead and say yes. So, that's what we've done, everyone. Pretty cool. We did a thing. We accomplished a thing on stream. I feel good about that. But, yeah, no, I always enjoyed Sunset Riders. I have it on the Super Nintendo. I have it on the Sega Genesis. The Super Nintendo is more faithful to the arcade. Sega Genesis game goes off in a different direction. Both are fun, but the original is my favorite. Definitely the arcade cabinet. That's where it is at. Yeah. Remember the Avengers side-scrolling beat-em-up from the 90s, Rather Ripe asks?
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. It was I who allowed your rebel friends to subscribe to your channel.
The fourth will be with you, always less than 3.
Oh, bottom mana. We gotta give you a lesson on hearts. But it was perfect. Everything, the whole sound effects, everything. And then the fourth will be with you always. Less than 3. Oh my gosh. Yes, the resub announcement was perfect. It was Dash, it was the whole thing, and then you just hear that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Evil Guy says, goal 100 reached 550. Freaking awesome, man. Thank you so much, Evil Guy. I can't believe it. I will have to share a little bit more about St. Jude's here in a moment. I do actually seriously want to play some poetry, read some poetry. I don't know why or what, but, you know, and maybe I'll lose most of you while I do so. But first, let me get back up here. I noticed that we had a question. Now, Ash is asking for me to check out their stream. I will check it out. I will check it out, Ash. But I will just say that I mean, I'd like to get to know you a bit more. You know, and so it might just be something that you know, you just share a little bit about, you know, you've been sharing some comments here, but I'd like to just kind of get to know you first before just talking about, you know, your stream while I'm streaming. It's just something to consider because it can come across, maybe you don't intend it this way, as you're basically here just to sort of promote your stream. And I'm happy to support other streamers, especially streamers getting started. But I do think one of the important things is to be mindful and courteous for other streamers. And I do tend to be a lot more open about people shouting out their streams and things like that. So Ash, you're saying you're streaming now. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna go over, stop what I'm doing and stream and go now. I'd prefer you not asking people in the chat to come and join you in your stream now, because they're here with my stream, right? So these are the things you should really keep in mind. It actually gives a bad first impression and actually makes me less inclined to go check out your stream. And it might be an awesome stream, and you probably will be an awesome person. You might be amazing, but this comes across not so good. And I think you'll probably find that you're going to rub some people the wrong way if you do things like this. So that's some advice for you. I do wish you the best in streaming, and I do know it can be very difficult to start out. But as Fizzbolt says, that's not a very polite thing to do. So, and I want to thank Dash once again for that resub. So let's go ahead and throw some hearts here in chat. Boom, there we go. Let's do a couple things here. Let me first roll a short video about St. Jude. I'll come back with some thoughts and some thanks. We'll do a little poetry and we'll wind down for the night. This was great. This was fun, right? This was cool. I liked it. I thought it was neat. Let's go ahead and roll this video.
Heyo everyone, I'm here on this incredibly beautiful day, and here amid all of this natural beauty, I'm reminded of one of the most beautiful moments of my life, which was the birth of my daughter. And as a father, I can't imagine if she faced a life-threatening illness and I couldn't do anything to help. That's why when the opportunity came up for me to help support St. Jude Children's Research Hospital this month, I jumped at it. I couldn't say no. They do incredible work, and they do it all regardless of ability to pay or background. This is really along the similar alignment of why I have an E for Everyone community. I want everyone to feel welcome, but taking it many steps further, St. Jude's provides essential medical care to any family who needs it, including transportation to and from the hospital. This is incredible work, and if you can help support financially, please do. I have a whole Tiltify campaign. You can find links down below or just ask me. And if you can't support this endeavor financially, please consider just researching a little bit more about St. Jude's. Maybe consider spreading the word too, if that's something that you can do. Thank you so much for considering all of this, and I hope that you'll help me in supporting St. Jude's this month.
All right. Well, just to give you all a little bit of information, because I could not believe that we hit the goal that we hit. I mean, really, I thought $100 was asking a lot. And I will say that there were a couple of people who told me perhaps that would be a little easier than I expected. Still, I could not imagine that after 4 streams, we would be at $550. This is only episode 4 of 16 out of this month where we are raising money for St. Jude's. Now, St. Jude, actually, they sent me in the mail today a little package of things, including, as I've mentioned before a couple times, this very cool little St. Jude Play Live wristband. I got this little button here, actually a couple others as well. But they also gave, and I thought this was incredibly helpful, some great information. And St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, gifts that give, right? Because the majority of St. Jude funding comes from generous donors, St. Jude has the freedom to focus on what matters most, saving kids regardless of their financial situation. Every dollar makes a difference. Now, the nice thing about this little chart, this little list here that I have, is that it actually breaks down what money is needed for various things. So I've mentioned a few of these before, like $10. Many of you have provided $10. $10 helps provide a new toy for a hospital play area or a recreational area at St. Jude housing facilities. And how often we forget the importance of just toys. I mean, these are children, right? These are children who are battling serious life-threatening diseases. They're children. Toys. They are important. They're part of the complete person, right? $30 help provide a St. Jude family with meals for one day in K Cafe, the St. Jude cafeteria. So right there, meals for a family, $30. You've provided essential food for a family that may have no other option, may not be able to afford anything during this important care. Here's $57 will help provide necessities for parents who may have hurriedly left home after their child's diagnosis. You know, if you are finding out about something like this, you don't delay. You have to rush and go. St. Jude is going to provide you, I mean, with essential toiletries and whatnot, and just take that off your mind. You don't have to be burdened with it. So there's amazing stuff here. $750. We're going to jump here. $750 help provide 2 days of oxygen for a St. Jude patient. During treatment, St. Jude patients may need oxygen to help their bodies function properly and aid in healing. That's an expensive thing. So we're actually like almost to that point. But $250, two $250 amounts of money here having been given will help provide a meal card for St. Jude's family for a week, and provides patients and their families with meal cards for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in K Cafe, the hospital's cafeteria. So many things that they are taking care of. I think that's awesome. I've shared more before, but I really couldn't be happier to be supporting this charity. I think it's a great cause. I really love it. I think it's honestly I couldn't. Thank you so much for donating to St. Jude's. And let's take a look. Evil Guy with $35, meaning Evil Guy now, you have just helped provide a St. Jude family with meals for a day. There you go. Look at that. Showing some support. Keep up the good work, dude. Evil Guy, thank you so much. That brings us to, I think, a ridiculous, I don't even know, what does that bring us up to? Something big. I think I need to show it on the screen here. Let's take a look. That brings us to $585. What? That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So I couldn't be happier with just everyone pitching in and so much support. It's been amazing. I can't believe it. So basically, if you are, considering a gift, then let me know. If you need me to answer any questions for you, research St. Jude. There's so much you can do here. But if you can't give financially, and I know many can't, then please consider at least going to their website, checking them out, maybe spreading the word about what they do and spreading the word about this campaign of mana just by sending a message, a tweet or whatnot. There's little ways you can help and big ways you can help, and they don't necessarily require money. So I hope you'll consider that. Nightcrawler, speaking of the X-Men arcade cabinet, says, I used to use Nightcrawler 2. I love the screen clearing super. Exactly, that's what I loved too. Chrono asks, oh yeah, how's Baby Mana and Wife of Mana doing? Ms. Mana is doing great. Baby Mana is, a little over 2. And that means, well, she's a little over 2. And so there's lots of things with a 2-year-old that can be frustrating at times, and of course wonderful, but it's all good. It's a blessing every day. So what to do next? What to do next? I am going to be working on some new stretch goals. I mean, I was considering making $400 a stretch goal. Well, we've smashed that. I don't even know what we could do here. Maybe it's not even a matter of, I don't want people who have given to feel like they have to continue to give, because I don't think that's fair. So I don't want to overstretch ourselves, right? But I think we could make a stretch goal. Maybe we say a $600 stretch goal, and but I'm going to come up with some incentives, some things, some special ways of saying thank you on stream, and I'll be working on that. But let's take a look here at first of all some thank yous that are in order. We have. Wow, by the way, earlier today, right after I finished the Mario Kart tournament, a lot of us all swapped follows because, it was like we got to meet each other there and it was really cool to hang out. So I believe after the stream, well, I'll just reiterate the people who followed during the stream as well. So we began with Tyler Berkowitz, 1, Funky Master. We had Chris Dude 700, Radzen Klein, Ellis Skittles, Tommy Toy Travels, Marry Your Heart, Sweet Pea Vi, Flying Toast, The Only Masquerade, and so thank you to all of them. And then today, Pancake04, or tonight, this most recent stream, Pancake04, Rihanna O'Flynn, Rhiannon Flynn. I will try and get your name correct. Ash00881177. Thank you so much for following. And then, of course, I can't believe this, but Mr. Dacre and Casper resubscribing for 11 months in a row. And then we had Rather Ripe subscribing for the first month. Rather Ripe, thank you so much for our brand new subscriber there. Fizzbolts for 6 months in a row, and Dash Magnum for 5 months in a row. Thank you all so much for those subscriptions. That's amazing. But yeah, well, let's go ahead and find some poetry. I don't know what to read here. I don't know what to read. I want to read something. I am open to suggestions. What could we read? What would be fun? What would be a good little thing to end the stream with, huh? What could we do? What could we do? I'm trying to think. Everything I'm thinking of is rather long. I think I've done... Platinum Trophy Review says, a good bedtime story. I could do that. Oh, Rather Ripe actually has a Wikipedia entry here. Oh. This is a poem in O'Shaughnessy's collection, Music and Moonlight. It has 9 stanzas, though it's commonly believed to be only 3 stanzas long. It's Ode. Arthur O'Shaughnessy. Yeah, let's see here. Not one I'm as familiar with here, but let's take a look. This isn't too long. Let's read it. Here we go. All right. I like this. I like that it was suggested here. This is pretty cool. All right. Everyone. I gotta wet the palate there. All right. Here we go. Ode by Arthur O'Shaughnessy. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams. World losers and world forsakers, on whom the pale moon gleams. Yet we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. With wonderful deathless ditties we build up the world's great cities, and out of a fabulous story we fashion an empire's glory. One man with a dream, at pleasure, shall go forth and conquer a crown, and 3 with a new song's measure can trample a kingdom down. We, in the ages lying in the buried past of the earth, built Nineveh with our sighing, and Babel itself in our mirth, and overthrew them with prophesying to the old of the new world's worth, for each age is a dream that is dying, or one that is coming to birth. A breath of our inspiration is the life of each generation. A wondrous thing of our dreaming, unearthly, impossible seeming. The soldier, the king, and the peasant all working together in one, till our dream shall become their present, and their work in the world be done. They had no vision amazing of the goodly house they are raising. They had no divine foreshowing of the land to which they are going, but on one man's soul it hath broken, a light that doth not depart, and his look, or a word he hath spoken, wrought flame in another man's heart. And therefore today is thrilling with a past day's late fulfilling, and the multitudes are enlisted in the faith that their fathers resisted, and scorning the dream of tomorrow are bringing to pass as they may in the world, for its joy or its sorrow, the dream that was scorned yesterday. But we with our dreaming and singing, ceaseless and sorrowless we, the glory about us clinging of the glorious futures we see. Our souls with high music ringing, O men, it must ever be that we dwell in our dreaming and singing, a little apart from ye. For we are afar with the dawning and the suns that are not yet high, and out of the infinite morning, intrepid you hear us cry. How, spite of your human scorning, once more God's future draws nigh, and already goes forth the warning that ye of the past must die. Great hail, we cry to the corners from the dazzling unknown shore. Great hail, we cry to the comers from the dazzling unknown shore. Bring us hither your sun and your summers, and renew our world as of yore, and you shall teach us your song's new numbers, and things we dreamed not before. Yea, in spite of a dreamer who slumbers, and a singer who sings no more. Very nice. We'll have to read that a little bit more. I like it. I like it. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. Well, everyone, what a stream. Thank you. Oh, also thank you to everyone who raided. My goodness, we had so many raids today. It was a little raid-tastic. Space Cucumber says that was nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who hosted. Thanks to everyone who came by. Thanks for just hanging out with me. We will return to some Star Wars in the future. But what do you say? Shall we do a little raid? I think we shall. I think we shall. That was a nice poem to end the day. I would love to do more poetry because, in stream sharing with you. I mean, I want to make sure I want to look more into some legalities and whatnot. It can be a little tricky that way, but I would love to do it. I'm going to check the Team Good Vibes channel, see what we got here. We've got, you look at this. Look at this. We've got, it's perfect because it's Stardew Valley with Mana. It's not me, but anyway. So we're going to go ahead and raid Lacey, who is just a fantastic guy and really helped us coordinate all of the Team Good Vibes stuff and all of the charity streams. Let me let you know, too, what is coming up next. If you haven't checked out the schedule, which is on that Tiltify link that keeps being dropped down below, the next stream is going to be Monday. I'll be playing Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon. This is on the Wii U, so if you'd like to hop on in, if you own a Wii U and you'd like to join in some Mario Karting and some splatting, please do. If we don't have a lot of people for Splatoon, I'll probably be working, and even if we do, I'll probably be working a bit on the single-player campaign to show that off, and then we'll do some splatting. It'll be fun. That'll be Monday night. That is coming up very soon, my goodness. And then we have on Wednesday, the Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble stream, which Red Mario has been excited for a very long time. That is finally happening. Then we are going to be splatting for Donnie this upcoming Saturday. But here's the deal, everyone. In the evening, Super Mario Maker. Monday, after that, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. All of this in preparation for that Wednesday, the 16th, starting at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, so a little bit earlier. I will be doing a race with Saving Liberty and Scooter. It is going to be a Super Mario World race. I am so excited to do this. We're actually going to submit our times to a speed running database, so our names may even be there. Who knows? It may be last place for me, but still might be up there, which will be really exciting. So we are going to submit these runs. We're going to follow the rules of the speed run. We're going to do a no glitch, any % run of the game, meaning it's like an 11 exit run. And we're going to follow rules. We've got Ginny Gravity and Fuzzy Games who are going to be commentating over all of that. Ginny's going to be reading out chat and helping keep the conversation going. Fuzzy Games is going to be providing all the expert analysis of what's going on because Fuzzy knows speedrunning so well. So I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, we've got a whole lot more after that, but let's just get hyped for the 16th because I cannot wait. It cannot come fast enough. So my friends, let us let us. Oh, it's a speed run of Super Mario World, Fizzbolts. Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. So Evil Guy says, I also think this is the first time I was able to raid you. I think it may have been, Evil Guy. Thank you so much for that initial raid. I really appreciate that. Thanks for bringing all the peeps around. Gold Leafeon, Ginny, Evil Guy. I believe we had some other raids. Maybe I should double check so I'm not leaving anyone out. We had... Nope, that was right. I was good. I wanted to make sure of that. Thanks, Fizz, for being here. It was so nice. Thanks for your expert modding. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to all the mods. I don't thank you enough because I know it's tough and most of the mods are actually streaming themselves. Zizal, thank you. Thank you for coming to the stream. Oatmeal, hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? So, my goodness. Oatmeal, unfortunately, we are about to end the stream. I'm going to switch on over here. Why don't we do this? Why don't you all just share with me what you think your final words would be today? What message would you like to leave in this VOD? I'll throw all of your great comments down here in chat. And boy, that was fun. Man, this is great. Star Wars, excellent game. I think it was great. I know Oatmeal. Oatmeal says I'm not doing bad. Dang, I know we're just ending here. All right, Fizz says in quotation marks, I'm going to bed. Night, y'all. Zizal says sleep well. Platinum Trophy Review says live long and prosper. Space Cucumber says servers are hard to set up. Don't try it without help. Oh, these are some great messages. Oatmeal says, well, at least I get to see you for a minute. All the great messages to end the stream. Oh, my friends. Oh, my friends. Well, as always, do good and be well. I will catch you next time. Let us raid Lycee, and I will continue reading any messages that you have. One High 30 says, Teenage Mutant Pizza Bagels, Teenage Mutant Pizza Bagels, Teenage Mutant Pizza Bagels, pizza in a half shell, turtle power, something. Zizal says, good night, Mana. Thank you so much, everyone. You're the best. I love hanging out with you. I can't wait until I get to see you on Monday night. Take care. Let's go say hi to Lycee. Pizza Power.